trending, sports, news, and more. Welcome to ASA Network. Old but gold. Here's the full movie recap of Brotherhood, the best movie West Africa at the 2023 African Movie Viewers' Choice Awards (AMVCA). If you haven't watched this movie that came out in 2022, hold up, follow me, and go and watch it somehow because I'm about to give you spoilers to prove to you why this is a must-watch movie. The movie starts with a family held at gunpoint by robbers. Despite the parents trying to be good Samaritans and giving what they had, they were shot and killed at the spot, leading to two twin brothers who, after years of fighting to survive on the streets of Lagos, fell on opposite sides of the law. Fast forward to when the brothers grew up to different lives. The criminal brother Akin, played by Toby Burke, who is also named Kalashnikov or Kala, and the good twin brother who is also a police officer, Wale, played by Folarin Falz Falana. Akin, who was just released from prison with his friend Adura, played by Debo Mr. Macaroni Adebayo, as seen coming out of the prison with the inmates hailing Akin. Outside, Akin is picked by his auntie, Morenike, played by Ronke Oshodi, after the two friends, Adura and Akin, part ways. Trust Nollywood to take their movies overboard. At least for the first time, the action is Hollywood compatible. As a newbie, the police officer of a brother, Wale, is taken to his new first heist bust with some shooting and a die-hard dive. Guys, the action here was on the Expendables and Extraction levels play. So professional, it will have you eating your movie snacks with excitement. Nollywood got some game, no doubt, with movie releases like Anikulapo and The Ras Guy. This movie was expected to be epic, which it did, guys. Alright, back to the movie. The criminal brother, or black sheep some will call him, Akin or Kala, stayed back to defend his auntie on a schedule to be attacked by the thugs of the street called Ojuju Boys. A scenario we see even in real life, where thugs send warning to citizens and police forces ahead of their plans of attack. Like the stay-at-home order, the IPOP always issue citizens, to name a few. Some more get to know your gang both brothers embarked on. At the auntie's house while waiting for the Ojuju Boys, Kala is met with his old-time friend and partner Isra, played by Osi Ukeje, with some other popular actor reveals like Poison, played by Zubi Michael. The blood and ties is thick as sharply Akin or Kala brings up a plan for the crew, and to my surprise, the criminal gang has a CEO named Shadow. The good brother, on the other hand, at the birthday celebration of his boss, Officer Daniel, played by Sam Dede, had the love at first sight experience. Some Bollywood movies type of play, I would say. Mr. Good twin brother Wale goes in search of the Ojuju Boys, but the gang of the Ojuju Boys are just beginning their new plot, with Shadow, who is the CEO, played as Bright Basketmouth Upocha. And as expected, it gets funny in this scene. Next, the plot is laid down. The getaway driver, who's better than Vin Diesel, no doubt. The gun supplier with his massive inventory the gang would use for their first robbery. Really epic scenes. And then right in the robbery, Isra kills an innocent policeman trying to touch money he hasn't held all his life. Back at the safe house, Akin or Kala refutes the murder, but Boss Shadow stops the encounter. Fast forward, and Wale, who is the good twin brother and also a sharpshooter, puts his seed into his new girlfriend Kamsi, played by Dorothy Bacho, goes emotional, proposes, and gives the till death do them part type of a scene. And while doing some French kiss, boom, he's interrupted with a call from the office about the just concluded robbery, and another call from the DPO sharing new info from a captured Ojuju Boys gang member. But trust thugs and street code. He didn't snitch or spill the beans on the gang's activities. And then Wale gives a marriage proposal to his girlfriend's father, who sharply agrees to the union. The wedding is in motion, and uninvited guest Akin or Kala and his gang members smash the party, spray money. Normally, groom no fit do anything, so the wedding goes on. After the wedding, the boss and Wale have a quarrel over the wedding incident. Remember the captured Ojuju boy? After suffering in prison, he finally told on his gang, telling Wale, the new married groom, that the wedding ballers are actually the Ojuju boys he has been in search for. We all know one success leads to crave for more opportunities. Sharply, there's a new robbery mission, but Akin or Kala, the brains of their operations, isn't interested in this plan. But as they all want money, the plan is back in motion, as Akin's girl, Goldie, played by Tony Tones, put body on him to accept and help them plan the robbery. Women and their tricks. Akin wastes no time to accept, Sha. One thing in this movie though, the romantic moments don't last. Wale the good police is hot on their tracks but misses to get more information, and the mission is in motion. Big moves, a murdered police, and greed takes over Israel, who held the gang back to give enough time for police to arrive and be in hot pursuit. One gang member is shot, and unfortunately the good twin brother father-in-law gets shot, and again there's a confrontation between the two at the safe house because of Israel's act. This mission, which was set on a double heist, came to a halt for a moment because Kala did not agree to push forward with the robbery again. And then at the hideout, there's a gunpoint between Israel, Poison, Shadow, and all the gang members involved, and hot-headed Poison and Israel didn't want to drop their guns but succumb to Shadow's request as they lay low. Reality hits the new couple as the wife loses her father at the hospital. The special unit squad are in despair and more motivated to catch the Ojuju boys than ever. Wale goes in search of his criminal brother, who is now MIA with the whole crew as they went in hiding. Akin is pressured to come plan the robbery as a team, and finally they all accept and the mission continues. Guys, goosebumps because this was a well thought out scene. Mission begins, police are alerted and quickly respond. Remember, more motivated than ever after losing their boss. Just when the criminals start packing their loot, there is a shootout, lives are lost, Poison gets gunned down. Adura, the driver, wey do pass Vin Diesel, is sharply driving off with some of the loot, and Boss Shadow gets himself shot by the greedy teammate Israel. So sad really, one wouldn't have ever anticipated that. Israel then begins his escape with the remaining loot. As Israel betrays the team some more, killing a team member, leaving Akin and Goldie to handle the police all alone. The criminal couple start making a run for it, but Goldie gets shot by a sharpshooter. Akin immediately loses focus, didn't even go so far, and crashes. His auntie arrives the scene after receiving news of the shootout happening on the bridge. Screaming and begging, the police and his brother try to convince Akin to surrender, but yet again another sharpshooter intervenes and shoots Akin once and shoots him again, this time pushing Akin off the edge of the bridge into the water. The police try to finish their job, spraying into the water. Next we see Israel, who finally reaches the hideout location the team were supposed to meet at. Israel, feeling like he was successful and almost free, Akin reappears and in a dramatic and deserving moment for the betrayer, and after cocking his gun, Akin shoots Israel, sending him flying out the door to his death in regret. Later, Akin calls the newly wedded couple, who now have a baby together, and is seen with Adura celebrating their escape with their new riches they have to spend all alone. And there you have it, a must-watch movie directed by Lukman Ali. And that's all in this video. If you like this movie review, sharply give a like and share, hit the notification button, and comment on which movie review you would like to see next. Subscribe!